since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
You recall another fact about silver swords. The Githyanki forbid their use by all other peoples.
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver, unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. The Illithid grand design nears. The true heir is shackled. These are exceptional circumstances. I grant my allies the right to my silver. Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. To break Orpheus free, we will need the Orphic Hammer. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare.
The terrible living gate, thinner than a lamb's hair and hidden deep beneath the Feywild.
The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Gaith.
Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering. Oh, you are quite correct. I consider them one of my finest features. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved. The Drow, two of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are. Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent.
One day I'll catch a break.
Enjoy the fiddling. Throw a few coins our way and let us play on into the night.
You have the key to my heart in that.
You can stare as much as you like.
I want to give it a good
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
What do you think, silly? Love, of course. Hot and vulgar with me, or sweet and sincere with my sister. Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement. We want both of you, silly, at the same time.
Well, it's a fascinating prospect. I'd like you all to myself. At least the first time.
A shame. But either one of us will be ready for you, if you wish to have us.
A toast to Raphael's latest client, the savior of the city.
Don't worry. The boss treats his clients right. He's as honest as his life is long.
More than anything. My old dwarfen master used to beat me and feed me scraps. Raphael treats me right and feeds me well. Better to feast in the hells than go begging in the heavens. When I'm not keeping my eye on potential clients like you, I make sure the House of Hope is fully secure. Devils often have prettier hordes than dragons. Sneaking thieves into their vaults is a lucrative business. Doesn't usually end well for the thieves. But sometimes the thieves are rich, smart, or well-connected enough to come back in one piece. Take our esteemed Lord Gortash, for example. Talking about this won't end well for either of us. So, if you'll excuse me, conversation's over. I've got to sober up and get back to work. We'll celebrate together in the House of Hope when the victory's won.
The music stops. You and I.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what
The gods truly this
And
petty.
it's a patron. Confuses me for a member of staff.
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren, and they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it. The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again. Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I only wanted to sit down a minute.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord. Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you. Fionn, one of Mamselle's girls, who laughs like a star's twinkle. Not seen her for a 10-day. 10 days and 4 bells to be precise. Not that I'm counting. Missing? I hadn't thought her missing, just not here. Or elsewhere. Oh. I suppose that's like missing, but with extra words. You don't suppose the murderer who's on the loose got hold of her? Oh, goodness, no. It's too horrible to imagine. How dare you? Accusing an upstanding citizen like me of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Fionn. Poor lass. Works her arse off for the mumselle, but don't get much in return. Not seen her mug for a carp's age. I figured she'd gone up the road while the going was good. Killer on the loose, cult army marching wee way. Been thinking I might scarp her too. Have a skeg at these. That should do ya.
Nothing happens.
Vanished her mist? I never heard of a vampire spawn doing that before.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source, a body hidden under the bed.
The
corpse regards you lifelessly.
Seeking answers. My boy had a secret. Evil secret. Killed folk slowly. He liked it. Yes. Grinned. Whole time. Ill-Mater Temple. Didn't see exactly who.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
What if they build a machine that can drink points? Put half the bloody city out of jobs, that.
I want to give it a good rumple.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? You're telling me more than one person has been killed? In Baldur's Gate? You must have something better than that. I need hard evidence and a motive. Why would someone else kill Lorgan? How can we be sure it wasn't Brilgor? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? I'm Lens, roving reporter for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor sent me to cover the drama out here at the gate. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic Steel Watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not. That the refugees here are desperate, hungry, scared people. They're no mob. They just want to be safe. I've heard the rumors. Absolutists marching from Moonrise Towers. Whole towns felled by strange curses. It's no wonder they ran. Of course, I can't write any of that. My editor only releases stories his friend Lord Gortash approves of. And he's very selective. Oh, they know some of it. Most would rather bury their heads in the sand anyway. Saves them the bother of feeling responsible. I'll try and get the truth across. Who knows? Maybe a line or two will meet Mr. Needle's approval. I won't be holding my breath. Sorry, can't talk. I'm on a deadline. Outraged.
Another quake. Hey, what's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
So, are you with me? Ready to take down the Steel Watch? I'm running out of patience, friend.
Now you've spoken to the big man? Good to see you. Never thought I'd meet you again, let alone fight on the same side. Glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive, and that I didn't have to use that rune powder to make a point. Funny. You're gonna need that sense of humor here. Might have overheard you talking to Wulbren. Sounds like you got cold feet. Listen. I'd gladly incinerate this entire basement and everyone in it if it meant taking out the Gondians once and for all. There's no place for your bulk in here, Hoon. Pick a side or get out.
More shaking. The stone here shouldn't be so loud.
I bet it's lovely strolling around not worrying about getting squished by a Steel Watcher, hmm?
Just like that. Of course. Cleaning, cooking, construction, the possibilities are
Killed the
endless.
little monsters.
They were provoked. The child was poking and prodding them while they were trying to work.
Might be worth a look.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Action, not reaction. I spotted a trap. Move with purpose. Trap, just as I expected.
Never wanted the easy path.
Can't feel anything anymore. My legs. I can't feel them. Tell the others. Let the boss know.
This man is not long for this world.
Stone Lord. He'll saw this. He'll get him.
You hear the blood gurgle in his struggling lungs. His last ounce of strength is spent.
Don't waste a step. Be wary. This is trapped. Decapitated, but still warm. That same ship was at Moonrise Towers, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like those two are about to fight. Quite ready for you.
Time to die!
Free for the taking.
Run your mouth, Kairos. My blade does my talking.
Should mind my step.
The guild owns this city.
How unseemly. Let's explore.
Ready for anything. I know what to do.
You've made a grave mistake. Gone with the weave. Certainly.
Stone Lord.
On the move.
Swift and lethal.
What fools these mortals be.
Let's finish this. On my way.
Take your
You did good, stranger. Someone had tried to slink away rather than get involved. They wouldn't earn the gratitude of the guild. A new flavour of scum that's been muscling in on our business. Agents of the Stone Lord. He's a newcomer to our delightful underworld. And he doesn't play nice with others. We think the Stone Lord and his cronies are in league with the absolute cultists. This little operation here certainly suggests so. They were shifting something valuable by boat. But that something belongs to the guild now. Of course! The guild always rewards good work. Now scram!
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
Never a dull moment.
No time to dally. Best avoid that trap.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Calms Garms.
Over here! Me!
You tried to climb up one, you madman!
Put him up! Put him up! Wait! I wasn't really gonna fight you. I was just trying something out. My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Whew! I was hoping you'd say that. To tell you the truth, I don't actually like hurting people very much, or getting hurt. It's a good job I ran into you.
Ahoy, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Garms. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for?
Ugh.
If it's empty patter you want, get your clothes from my brother Figaro. But if it's genuine quality and genuine taste you're after, calms garms as you covered. A killer? That's... gods. I've no love from my brother, but that's extreme. He doesn't deserve that. Thanks for warning me, but it's him that needs warning, and he never listens to me.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest. Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
You break it, you... well, knowing Enthal, it was already broken.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble establishment. How may I be of service? Your father bless you. Greetings, sir. Harpers. I'm afraid I serve a grubbier class of clientele than that. More chancers than champions, if you take my meaning. Present company excluded, I'm sure. No, I don't know any, Jahira, was it? I knew it. I knew she wasn't dead. Fine, yes. You have the right place. But where's the leaf flicker herself? She wouldn't have revealed this place otherwise, which makes you one of the rare breed she does trust. Here's the key. The others are below, and bearing bad news by the looks of it. Thank you. Right, Sommy. You're on the door till our friends are done. Gods forbid we do any business today.
Voss stands at the ready. All that remains is to return to the astral prism and break Orpheus free. How we get in remains to be seen. Chuck, you believe you can survive without me? As you say, do not keep me waiting.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. Much less to smell it. As you wish.
going.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Get this over with.
Indeed.
Talk to me. Moving.
Still standing, no matter what you heard.
Time to press ahead.
think we have given offense.
Light on my feet. More Orin's doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
Did I get it right?
Shaluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead. Evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomar. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here. Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach, separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. Except Geraldus. It has been some time since anyone dared rap my knuckles like you did. No less than I deserve. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jahira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. You need not preach the cause to me. I've already told you what I sacrificed in its name, but only a fool would discard a potential ally like Minsk. He has faced God and Illithid both, just as I have. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Your pleasure is mine, sweeting. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
Shapeshifters in the Harpers. My dad always admired their mission. Said they gave up their entire lives so we could live safely and ask for nothing in return. We'll rout them, right? For the city and for Dad.
Let's go, go, go.
Queen Vlakith. Skra!
You are a Sherlock, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow, while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. I'm not past looking for Damon, but I want us both to be ready if... well, if he can't fix me. Damon's a smart guy. This engine just feels... cooked. But don't worry, I'm not finished yet. Hells no. I've got a to-do list a mile long in this city. Come on, let's go home.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea. Never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm moored to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago. We hammer Orpheus free from his chains at our first chance. Orpheus Tafki Nazin.